Thanks for joining me for this quick tour of Objective Management Group's Chrome extension. The OMG Chrome extension helps you work with your OMG tools inside of your applicant tracking system. This extension allows you to send candidates a link to complete the assessment or view their results right inside your web browser while using your applicant tracking system. Let's get started by installing the extension. You can search for the extension in the Chrome Web Store or simply go to omgqlink.com/Chrome. Once on the extension page, click Add to Chrome to install the extension. You'll get a prompt here about security, and this just allows our extension to communicate to OMG's backend services. So we'll click Add Extension, and the extension will install, and the icon will be added to the toolbar to the right of the address bar. The first thing we'll need to do is log into the extension, and we do that by clicking on the extension. There we'll be prompted to type our username and password. If you don't know your username and password, reach out to the certified expert who you purchased the services through for more information, or contact our help desk at support@objectivemanagement.com. Once we've logged in, we're shown the Getting Started guide, which covers a lot of the same material that I'll be talking about in this video. So I'm going to close this window and I'm going to switch over to my applicant tracking system, which in this case I'm using Zoho Recruit for demo purposes. The first thing I want to show you is sending a link to a candidate. So I'm going to click on Joan Smith, and that's going to bring up Joan's details here. And I'm going to highlight Joan's email address, right click on it, and choose OMG. And that's the most basic way to open the OMG extension. Now when you do this, as long as Joan hasn't been assessed yet, we're going to get the screen to send an assessment link to Joan. So I'm going to go ahead and put in Joan's name here. And next, it wants me to select which job I'm hiring for. So I'm going to go ahead and select this job here. Now when we click send, it's going to send Joan a link that she can use to complete her questionnaire. If I wanted to send that link myself instead, I would simply click the Create Only link, and then I could copy that link and send it through my own email program. And if I wanted to see what the email looks like, I could click Preview. So I'm going to go ahead and click Send, and the email has been sent out to Joan, and it shows me Joan's information here and that her assessment is unstarted. And here's that link that I could send Joan if I needed to. Now let's see what it looks like when somebody has completed the assessment. Let's instead go into Kyla's assessment here. And again, we're going to highlight the email address, right click and choose OMG. And since Kyla has already completed the assessment, you can see here that her status is complete. And in the top right corner, I have a link to view the PDF of her assessment. So truly, just with one click, we're able to get to Kyla's results and see how she did. Now, if I wanted to send Kyla a link to a different job that I wanted her to complete the assessment for, I could use this button here that says Assess Under Another Registration, in which case it's going to take me to the list here to send to a different role that I want to assess her for. In the top right corner, you will notice your initials. Clicking on that takes you to the menu, which lets you get to our support, the Getting Started guide that you're shown the first time you log in, or just the general search or send screens unrelated to the page that you're currently on. Now, one great feature about the OMG Chrome extension is that we have the capability to optimize it for various applicant tracking systems. Now, what this means is when we optimize the extension for a specific ATS, it means we create a rule to extract the email address automatically. So in this case, for Zoho Recruit, we've optimized our extension. And what that means is that for this ATS, I don't actually have to highlight the email address. Instead, I can just click the OMG icon and we automatically extract the email address from the web page and pull that up. Now there's one other exciting thing that you can do for optimized ATSs, and that is to give the extension a little more permissions to monitor the web pages that you're on inside your ATS. And let me show you what that is to explain how that works. So in this case, I access my ATS at recruit.zoho.com, and I know that the OMG Chrome extension is optimized for Zoho Recruit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on the extension icon here, and I'm going to go to Options. This brings up the options page for the OMG Chrome extension, and in here I'm going to put in just the domain name of the website that I use for my applicant tracking system. So I'm going to put in recruit.zoho.com and click Add Domain, and I get the security prompt saying that this is going to allow the extension to monitor the web pages of recruit.zoho.com as I'm on the site. And I'm going to go ahead and click Allow, and you'll see it was added down here under Active Permissions. Now let's go back over to Zoho, and what you'll see is now as I click through the various people in my applicant tracking system, up here we're getting automatic updates, and that N means that this person was assessed and not recommended. David also was assessed and not recommended, and Bob has not been assessed. Let's keep clicking through a few more. And you'll see here that Jane, it says MUL. This means there are multiple results for Jane. So let's click on that to see what that means. You'll see that we actually have assessed Jane 2 different times under 2 different assessments. So we can click on one of those and see the results, or go back to search and click on the other to see the results for that role. So having an optimized applicant tracking system really makes the extension a lot more powerful, especially when you go into the options and give it those added permissions. Now, if your ATS is not currently on our list of optimized extensions, you can actually set up a meeting with us and we will work with you through a screen share to develop the rules for your ATS so that we can extract that email address automatically off the web page. So thanks for joining me for this quick walkthrough of the OMG Chrome extension. If you have any problems with the extension or need any help, please feel free to reach out to our team at support@objectivemanagement.com.